Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with my top 10 Transformers of 2023. Let's get into it! For our Transformers Top 10 Honorable Mention of 2023, here is Rise of the Beasts, Beast Alliance, Beast Battle Masters, and we have Skullcruncher, Airazor, Optimus Primal, Rhinox, and Cheetor. And for the most part, these guys at this scale look really, really good. Cheetor in both his modes is kind of hit or miss. And Airazor has two weapon modes, which are a little weird. And Rhinox turns into a butt gun. His butt literally opens up and there's a gun. Now, Optimus Primal and Skullcruncher do the best in both modes. But as far as everybody but Cheetor, I believe that the animal modes are really, really good. And even though they have minimal paint apps, because it's a lower price point figure, I do like the fact that these guys are animals and they transform into weapons. The Target Master gimmick always kind of got me. I thought it was cool that little robots turn into weapons for larger robots, and I always thought that was really cool. And again, Airazor has two. They're both a little funky. Cheetor's is kind of funky. But Skullcruncher, Optimus Primal, both have pretty good weapon modes. And beast modes as well. So I just thought these guys were really, really neat. And I thought they were worth mentioning as an honorable mention on a 2023 top 10 list. So here they are, the honorable mention: Transformers Beast Wars, or Rise of the Beasts, Beast Alliance, Beast Battle Masters, and it's the whole assortment. At least all the assortment that I've so far found. In the number 10 slot, we have the Transformers Legacy Walmart exclusive Velocitron Speedia 500 Leader Class Galaxy Shuttle. And while I don't really know a lot about Galaxy Shuttle, I do know he was in, I think, Transformers Victory, one of the Japanese continuations of G1. And his name is spot on, Galaxy Shuttle. So, other than his name, it's a pretty decent figure. And of course, it's 99% Earthrise or Siege Astro Train. Everything except for the head. And the thing that I like the colors on this guy better than Astro Train, and I know Astro Train has those Decepticon colors, but the black for the locomotive mode and then the black and white for the shuttle mode, that just really resonates with me personally. And so that's why here at number 10 we have the Transformers Legacy Walmart exclusive Velocitron Speedia 500 Leader Class Galaxy Shuttle. Here at the number 9 spot for 2023, we have the Walmart exclusive Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Deluxe Class Shadow Strip. And of course, I know this is just a repaint of Drag Strip, and that's okay. This is his, I guess, G2 version of Drag Strip. But the black and gold deco on this, I mean, Drag Strip was already a pretty good figure. And in fact, all the Stunticons in their vehicle modes, minus Motormaster's trailer, were really, really good, in my opinion. And this one is no exception. But what really hits for me is that black with the gold accents, and it's really, really cool looking, in my opinion. So that's why at number 9, we have Transformers Legacy Walmart exclusive Velocitron Speedia 500 Deluxe Class Shadow Strip. Here's my number 8 pick for Transformers for 2023. The Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Armada Universe Hotshot. And while Armada may not be my favorite media, back in the day, the toys were pretty cool. I loved the gimmick that they had with it, that the Minicons unlocked a feature for the character. And in this case, with Hotshot, the Minicon would unlock where his visor dropped down, and his axle with the tires would come up and become a cannon. And that's the mode that he's in now. Of course, you don't require the Minicons to put that mode in, which is good because they've only made one Minicon so far, and it comes with a recolor of this Hotshot that was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I believe, and he came in special colors with his Minicon in special colors also. But aside from that, his alt mode is really, really good. It fits together really nice with no real gapping to be found. So that's really good. When a Transformer can transform and there's not a lot of gappage going on, I personally, in mainline, find that to be a really, really good sign. And in the case of Hotshot, that's the case. But there he is, my friends. My number 8 pick for the year. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Armada Universe Hotshot. Here's my number 8 Transformer pick for the year. The Studio Series 86 Leader Class Snarl. And while I do have a few minor issues with Snarl, for the most part he's okay. The tail always looked a little stubby to me on this particular one, but after I've gone back and looked at the G1 version and even the Power of the Primes version, that's how they all are. Now, of course, he doesn't come with his blaster, which, you know, it's kind of crappy that each of the Dinobots only come with one of their weapons when they should all come with a sword and all come with a blaster. But with the Studio Series Leader classes, that is not the case. You're either getting one or the other and not both, so you have to rely on third-party accessory producers in order to get those extra weapons. Now, the other drawback to this, guys, the other Dinobots so far up to Snarl have included a peg inside their mouth so that blast effects could be attached, like he's shooting fire from his mouth, and that is missing on this figure, which is a shame, because I really like that feature with the Dinobots. And if you're wondering why he's in his Dino mode, not his robot mode, to me, I always felt like the Dinobots' primary mode was their dinosaur mode, and that the robot mode was kind of secondary to that. They transform when they absolutely have to. But there he is, my friends, my number 7 pick for the year, the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Snarl. That brings us to my number 6 pick for Transformers for 2023. The Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Brawn. And I have to say, even though this guy might not be perfect, he is the closest thing that in mainline we have received to Brawn, as far as he appears in the animation, the movie, the series, and whatnot. But to me, this is like Super G1 like it's supposed to be. It does look a lot like his animation counterpart, and he has a bit of a backpack. The wheels are showing in the back in his robot mode. And to me, the alt mode is just a bit chunky. But that might just be me. But here he is, my friends. Number 6, Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Brawn. Halfway there, my friends. My number 5 Transformer of 2023 is the Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Axle Grease. And I have to say, even though this is mostly a retool, what really gets this one for me is she's a recolor. We've never had a toy of a female Junkion in mainline before. Now we do. And we've never seen a Junkion in these colors before. And of course, she's branded as a Decepticon. And I always thought of Junkions as kind of non-aligned, leaning toward Autobot. I never really thought of them as Autobot or Decepticon, but mainly they help out the Autobots because the Decepticons are usually just mean and mean to them. So, but I love the modular design of these where you can mix and match. You can put them in alt mode and mix and match as well. And to me, that's just great. I've loved that gimmick ever since Siege, when they had the weaponizers and then the modulators and Earthrise and the fossilizers and now the Junkions. And I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out, a subfaction out, that it's not coming to me right off the top of my head. But you know, that it's a fantastic little gimmick, and I enjoy it. I don't think I'm gonna go for the ones in United the Rock people, because them turning into cars and trucks when they're made of rock, just it doesn't make sense to me. But what do I know? I'm just a toy reviewer. But here we have, my friends, at number 5, the number 5 Transformer for me this year, 2023, is the Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Axle Grease. Here's my number 4 Transformers pick for 2023. The Studio Series 86 Voyager Class Ironhide. And while this guy is not perfect, he's the closest to the animation that we have yet to get. And even in both modes, he's just a little off. And although the alt mode for this one is much, much better than the Siege or Earthrise alt modes, in my opinion. And some of the transformation features, the engineering, some of it seems to be, you know, it feels the same. And, you know, if it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, I really like the character of Ironhide. I can't wait until the Studio Series 86 Ratchet is available, where I pre-ordered it at and it comes in. So, but I really do like this one, and I'm glad he's getting another chance for them to do it right outside of Masterpiece. But here is, my friends, number 4, Studio Series 86 Voyager class Ironhide. The number 3 Transformer of 2023 for me is the Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Animated Universe Prowl. And animated is probably my second favorite media for Transformers, and even though it kind of started out a little silly, it gets better as it goes along. And you know, you have, like, I think the 5 main Autobot characters in it, which was Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Prowl, Bulkhead, and Ratchet. Am I missing somebody? I might be missing somebody. But, you know, when I think of it that animated, that's what those are the 5 bots I think of. And, you know, it was a unique spin on it. Optimus Prime, while he was the leader of the group, he was not the leader of all the Autobots. That was Ultra Magnus, and, you know, that idea took a little getting used to. And the fact that nobody wanted to believe the Decepticons were back was, you know, I guess when they're gone, you don't want to believe they can come back. So, I don't know, but, you know, I really enjoyed that series, and I really, even though this is, I guess, the primary Prowl for animated, I kind of wish this one had also come with the sidecar that transformed into his sword and samurai armor bits. That would have been nice, where you could make him either or. That would be really cool. Kind of like one of the animated toys did, which was really, really cool. But there is, my friends, my number 3 Transformer of 2023. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Animated Universe Prowl. Alright, we are almost there, my friends. Here we have the runner-up, or my number 2 Transformer for 2023. The Legacy Evolution Voyager Class Metal Hawk. And while I'm vaguely familiar with Metal Hawk from appearances in the Marvel Comics, I know in the animation he was mostly in one of the first Japanese, the Headmasters, I think. And, you know, the Pretenders were something quite different over there than they were here in America. And he is a Pretender, and, you know, a Pretender without a Pretender shell, that's a little weird. But, you know, I don't think they're really going to go for that gimmick anytime soon, because it's hard to articulate that shell according to modern aesthetics without making it too expensive and the robot actually fitting inside of it. You know, they could actually do it the other way around and just make it 2 figures, but, you know, that kind of defeats the gimmick itself. But there we have him, my friends. The runner-up, number 2 Transformer, my number 2 Transformer of 2023. Legacy Evolution Voyager Class Metal Hawk. And here he is, my friends, my number 1 Transformer of 2023. The Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. And I'm sure this is not a surprise to anybody. I'm sure Ultra Magnus here has made it on probably just about everybody's top 10 list, and probably close to the top, at least as far as mainline goes. And is this perfect? No, it's not perfect. But I think it's probably as close as we're ever going to get. I don't think we're going to get one in Commander class that's this close to the animation and has the core bot as well. And that's okay. I understand why this one doesn't have the core bot. And basically because, you know, he never appeared that way in the movie. And speaking of the movie, you know, he does have that pull apart gimmick so that you can recreate the part where Galvatron destroys him and then the Junkions put him back together with a little bit of spit and duct tape, maybe some baling wire. And while I really like this guy, now I think the head sculpt could have been a little more detailed, but since it was based on the animation, it's fine, and that's who he looks like. He looks like Ultra Magnus from the movie, and I'm glad he is able to use blast effects. That was cool. They didn't have to, you know, continue to make the ports the same size. I know from line to line sometimes they don't make things compatible, but he's really cool. His alt mode is really good too. It's much better than the last two Ultra Magnuses from mainline, which was Siege and Kingdom, both leader class. And while they were okay in size and the bot modes were okay, they really suffered in the alt modes, and they really couldn't function as car carriers like they should be able to, and this one can. So it's really cool. I hope eventually they do a Delta Magnus repaint on this and release it as a Commander class Diaclone universe, because I really would like to have the two brothers, so to speak. And I do have a stand-in right now for Delta Magnus. I'm using the Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus with the alternate head on it, and he is currently holding spot for, you know, a Delta Magnus more like this. But he's a really good figure. If you haven't had a chance to watch the review, it's kind of long, so, you know, if you want to check it out, you can check it out. And that's it. He's my number one pick for Transformers of 2023. Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. And there you have it, my friends. My top 10 Transformers of 2023, plus honorable mentions. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.